truth, this is the place for you. Don't need to complicate it, it's best to keep it basic. Open the book, the word itself approved. He's Alpha and Omega, the answer since the early ages. What you should do is learn about the greatest. Just so you know, our door is always open. Let's study together instead of debating. Share our differences, let love heal all that's broken. If you need truth, this is the place for you. Don't need to complicate it, it's best to keep it basic. Open the book, the word itself approved. He's Alpha and Omega, the answer since the early ages. What you should do is learn about the greatest. Just so you know, our door is always open. Let's study together instead of debating. Share our differences, let love heal all that's broken.
And shalom aleichem to each and every one of you. So glad to have you with us on this day. This is yours truly, the Apostle V.W. Jones Sr., right here on the Proceeding Word. The Bible declares that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of Yahweh, who is our Elohim. This day is another beautiful day to give Yahweh praise. In all things, you are to give him thanks, for this is the will of Elohim concerning them who are in Yeshua HaMashiach, or how would we better say that? In the faith of the Messiah. Oh, that would mean technically the Christian church. Now, we have a little bit of a conflict today because I could not be as demonstrative as I wanted to be using my entitlement on multiple platforms. So one platform said I couldn't say certain things. One platform didn't mind I say certain things. And then I had to actually dumb down my title to you today of what we're doing. But let's get past that. For right now, we'll come back to it. Let's take opportunity to run through a few housekeeping issues, and those will be the announcements for this program of the Proceeding Word. So every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you're here with me. I'm here Monday, Wednesday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for what is known as the Proceeding Word. And as the Bible declares, man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of Yahweh, our Elohim. That's right. Can somebody please bring in Minister Jackie? Pastor Jackie, I greatly appreciate it. If you guys wouldn't mind tapping in a few of your known kingdom citizens here on for the Darash Kingdom Ministries, Pastors Leslie, Pastors Walker, Apostle Walker, those who you know, just tag them in, would you? All right, as well, we also have, in fact, our Bible studies on Wednesday nights, every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You want to join us for that? And then this Thursday night, our Bible book club at 7 p.m. That's off the chain. Then, of course, you know we're Sabbath keepers here, so we do that from Friday at sundown till Saturday at sundown. And then after that, we have the morrow after Sabbath service. And we'd love you to be there because we like to get the Torah rolling in your lives, and you're all welcome to be in a part of that. Remembering also certain announcements we have for this coming up season. You're in the season of running into the season of Pesach. Make sure you join into those feast seasons. Take that schedule down off the board, type it in, copy it into your world. Make sure you have this information because Nisan 14 is coming up April the 21st of this year. It is not Easter, which is in March 31. We don't do Easter. We do Pesach. We do the day our Savior literally went ahead and gave his life for you and I. All right, that's going to be Pesach, Nisan 14, April 21st at sundown till the 22nd. Then you have the entire season of Pesach to follow. Hope you'll tune in for that teaching and get those understandings and be ready for all that we do there. Remembering too, we must come together. We must reason in his word together for all things that are of Elohim. Well, we're back here for the broadcast today again, defining, watch this, the demonic define of denominations biblically. Yep. That's what I said. That's what we're saying. That's what we're trying to get across to you. Demonic defines for these issues of denominations, and we want to do that from a biblical perspective. So I got a few things in store for you. We're going to touch on some stuff and try to make sure we have what we need ready. You guys can read. It's going to be touch and go, really sensitive, but I want y'all to be a part of it because today I am going to use what is known as a literal um, a literal usage of a commentary, okay, today. And I want you to catch this commentary because I think it's going to be important for you and for me to embrace it as it should be and work it from that respect. All right. All of this is important. Yes, it is. It's all important. We're not going to cut anything out, but we want to make sure you get it and understand it. All right. So I had to do a little technical stuff there to get y'all ready to go. So we're going to be coming out of a book on Christian denominations, which I think is very good. Many of you don't do church history, but today we're going to give you a clear, a free church history education, all right, from someone who's had to pay for it. You'll get it for free. It should have always been for free, but you know how education is. It's about the profit. It's about the money. And so we're going to learn, all right? So if you've never done church history, you're going to get a little piece today, and we're going to start with denominationalism. I always joke about it. Clubhouse won't let you use the word demonic, yet they do. But then you have other platforms such as our YouTube and our Facebook. Well, you can almost say just about anything as long as it agrees with the guidelines of the organization. So today we sort of kind of toned it down after we set it up. I'm really waiting for Minister Jackie. Somebody also grab Prophet Michael, if you can, and Pastor Roche. It'd be a joy if y'all can help me get Brother Gregory, because I want you guys to learn this. At least tag somebody in that might be able to do this and understand this. I'm going to tag somebody in right now, as a matter of fact. There we go. And I hope that it works. All right, there we go. Boom, 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 bam. All right. Okay, almost there, almost there, almost there, almost there, almost there. Okay, there we go. I should have got this done earlier, right? Go ahead, talk about me. Talk about me. It's okay. You can talk about me. All right. Let's get into this for those of you who are learning Torah. One last piece of housekeeping. If you are on Facebook, if you are on YouTube, would you please take the opportunity to hit the subscribe button on YouTube, and then hit the like on the actual page of VWJ Ministries on Facebook. Make a comment and share. All right. You don't really have to. I just put it out there because they tell me I have to get used to saying that. All righty. So let's get going on this. Somebody even get Eugene. Somebody bring Eugene here. He might need to learn this today. We want to talk just to people who understand. Happy birthday, Minister Jackie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Minister Jackie, all the way from the UK, all the way over there in London. We're so glad to have you and your day of rotating around the moon and the sun one more again. Somebody loves and appreciates you, and I want you to know it. That's right. I found out it was your birthday, and I decided to sing a song. Wrote a song about it. Like to hear it? Here it go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Okay, you got the point. All right. Now, happy birthday, Pastor Jackie. Mean that from our hearts. Okay, let's talk about this conversation about the demonic defined. Now, before you go off, you know, I don't like Christendom. We talk about, oh, demons. We demonize everything, right? I want to give you a proper definition for demonic. And in demonic, I want you to know the definition of it, because we've demonized demonic definition. They're not demonic, but most people have added more mysticism to demonology and demonic issues than there need to be, and they make it spooky and goofy and scary. And y'all know Yahweh ain't worried about no demon. I'm not worried about no demon. You shouldn't be worried about no demon. Yahweh has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And if anybody, let me say this off rip, let me say this as a full disclosure, anybody you listen to who is overemphasizing demonic activity in your life is a witch. I don't know who you know. I'm just telling you, anybody that over demonizes demonic activity, got you searching for witches, got you searching for warlocks, got you searching for Jezebels, got you searching for Delilahs, got you searching for the spirit of Python and the spirit of succubus and the spirit, the voodoo man, the Udu man, the Obi man, got y'all, the Santa me, got y'all worried about all these other demonic entities is operating under, I don't care how nice they are, they're operating under a spirit of fear. You as a believer and he who hung on the cross have not been given a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. When you give credence to demonic activity, which is only evil personified, good and evil must occupy the planet. They are the balance. Some of y'all got deep with it and got bougie and called it yin and yang. Some of y'all just called it, one aspect karma. Somebody called it yen, zen. Listen, it's good, it's evil. They both exist. When I would do good, evil's always present, right? There are spirits of good, spirits of evil. Evil is demonic. Now let's understand what demonic means before y'all out here, oh my God, that person's demonic. That person's this. Just say the person's evil. Just say the person does not have a righteous mindset. You don't believe me? Okay, I'm going to use my computer to share with you online what these things look like so you can stop being scary. I don't like scary believers. We call them scary Christians. They make me itch. See, I start scratching my beard. See, that's not even funny. They just make me itch. Listen, when I get an itch, I scratch it right out. All right, here we go. So let's get into this. What is, in fact, a demon? Let's get a definition for what a demon is. And I want to give this to you, so you got to bear with me while I do the technology on this rightly. Yeah. Boom. Here we go. All right. Let me give you a better screen for this so we can get it. And then I'm going to go into a commentary to help you guys out. So I hope you guys are writing comments in. And I said what I said. I don't take back any of it. Everything I said, if I said that person, anybody operating, telling you about, what a witch is, what a witch ain't, and all this right here, that's a witch operating in your world. Okay, so I want to give you a define of demonic. I'm going to do this quickly for synonym's sake. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to put you up on this is Google, guys. You can just type in define for demonic synonyms. Okay, so adjectives in evil are evil, fiendish, atrocious, cruel, damnable, and demoniac. Okay. All right. So what is another word for demonic? Okay. Hellish, diabolical, again, fiendish, infernal, unholy qualities. All right. And so when we look for deeper words for evil, what's the strongest word for evil? The strongest word for evil is wicked, bad, wrong, immoral, sinful, foul, vile, dishonorable, corrupt, I don't know that word. Depraved, reprobate, villainous, nefarious, vicious, malicious, malevolent, sinister, demonic, devilish, diabolical, fiendish, dark, monstrous, shocking, despicable, atrocious, heinous, odious, contemptible, horrible, execrable, low down. Now, did you notice that the word for evil literally has a word in it called demonic? So I want y'all to stop overemphasizing and over sensationalizing the word demonic and call it what it is. It's a part of evil. Am I making sense? Because the reason I want to make sense to y'all here is so that you can understand that when you over sensationalize a particular definition for a bigger word, you make the word that you're sensationalizing bigger than the word it comes from. and evil controls all demonic activity. I don't see y'all talking about evil the way y'all talk about, oh, they demonic. I don't hear y'all saying, oh, they just fiendish. I don't hear y'all saying, oh, they just odious. I don't hear y'all saying that. Oh, the demonic. Every preacher got to be, oh, this is a demon from hell. This is a demon from the pits of the corners of the earth. All this demonic. Stop. That's witchery. That's fear mongering. Stop it. Anything demonic is just unholy. And you're not fighting with demons. Here's the catch. Demons also are not angels who fell with Satan. They're not. Just go to Jude verse 6. Okay, so if you think that, oh, the demons that are running around this world, which are evil spirits, y'all, that's all a demon is, an evil spirit, a malevolent spirit, a heinous spirit, a fiendish spirit, an evil spirit, an unholy spirit, all of a demonic spirit, all that is evil personified and carried through a particular an element that we've named with a myriad of names. Okay, stop making demonic like it's the biggest thing next to the devil. Stop it. Stop. I see y'all got me itching. Dang on it. I stopped doing heroin a long time ago. I shouldn't be having these itching moments. Just get around scary Christians and I start scratching. So here's the catch. Demonic things are just evil. Stop making them more than they are. Ahab and his wife Jezebel, just evil. Oh, they so demonic. It's so demonstrative. It's so dynamic. It's just evil. Just like it's good. There's good and evil. That's it. Y'all found a word in there called demonic and it sounded dramatic and you used it. Oh, the drama of Christendom. And evil found out, oh, y'all like that word and let's scare the hell into you with it. And y'all fell for it, dropped over it, and moved into it and pushing this stuff. So now I want to just get through that part. And make sure you understand to properly cachet this stuff so you don't get yourself in a tight about some dramatic word that Yahweh has no more respect for than the word evil. Heinous, fiendish. Can I give you the words again? Do y'all want to see what the definition for that is so we can know that we're talking common sense here and not being deep and untoward, but we're knowing exactly what we're talking about? So look at what we're doing here in this process. The word here and the need for this let me give you another word. Matter of fact, what I want to do is give you another word. I'm gonna give you a whole new set of words, just to make sure we're clear on this. I'm doing this on purpose because I want y'all to learn this today. I want everybody to learn this. This is important to learn. So I'm gonna give you a whole new presentation. I'm gonna stop the screen I got presently up there for you. Stop screen. I'm gonna present new screen. Share screen. Bada boom, bada bing. Share screen. Okay, I'm gonna give you another one. Now I'm gonna give you some synonyms for that as well. Nope. Window. Chrome tab. There we go. Bam. Here's what I want y'all to look at. Look at this. Now, see, this is important to watch. Now, this is also a Google search, guys, but this is from the Cambridge Dictionary. All right. I got that over here in the corner, top left. It's the Cambridge Dictionary, and there are ads running through this. I don't want to worry about trying to stop the ads. But here's what it says. Look at the middle of it. The word demonic, the meaning of demonic in English. Demonic, it's an adjective, right? It means wild and evil. Okay. Synonyms mean diabolical. That's where y'all get Diablo from. And some of the synonyms mean satanic, right? But here is what it means. A smart vocabulary related to the words and the phrases are morally wrong and evil. Can somebody type in demonic means morally wrong and evil? You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. Just know it. Morally wrong. Somebody do it though. Morally wrong and evil. That's what demonic means. So another word for it is abhorrent, immoral, anami, dissolute, forget it, enormity, nefariousness, no more Mr. Nice Guy. That's an idiom, right? Obscene, turpitude, unconscionable. Okay, let's look at some more. Unethical. Okay, here's some more. Look at this one. These are smart vocabulary words that are synonymous with the word demonic, abhorrent. Okay, canker, corrupt, criminal, dark, debased, decadent, degenerate, depraved, disgraceful, diabolical, evil-minded, evilly, fashion, godlessness, grotesque, heinous, immoral, impure, indecent, malevolent, monstrous, monstrously, monstrous. Again, I told you one idiom is no more Mr. Nice Guy. Non-ethical, outrageous, obscene, poisonous, psychopathic, rotten, scandalous, scummy, seamy, seedy, sinful, shocking, sleaze factor, subhuman, tawdry, unconscionable, unrighteous, vile, villainous, whore, wicked, wrong. Why did we have to go so many different areas with the word demonic? Okay, so today, when you hear me say demonic, I'm not trying to talk about witches and goblins and gook. I'm talking about a word smartly used to define a particular point, not your Christian vacuum of being spiritual and calling out demons and stuff. Shut up. Sit down. There we go, man. Just make me itch. So here's the catch. Stop being scary Christians and know what you're fighting against. It's just morality, immorality. It's just the opposite of good. It's evil. Just another word for evil. So why do I bring the topic then to say demonic define of denominations biblically? Now, here is why we're talking about the demonic defines for denominations biblically, okay? Because when you understand denominations, the biggest place you go to initially is money, right? You have denominations of money, right? Coins, i.e. pennies, nickels. I'm talking American currency. Denominations in currency. I'm American. I can't break down all the other currencies there are in other nations, but I can do mine, right? So we got pennies, we got nickels, we got dimes, we got quarters, you got silver dollars, half dollars, you got silver dollars, Susan B. Anthony dollars, you've got dollar bills, y'all, dollar bill, y'all. I'm too old, my bad. Then you got $2 bills. We had them for a while. Some I even heard was a $3 bill. I can't prove it. But then there's a $5 bill. You got a $10 bill. You got a $20 bill. You got a $50 bill. You got denominations of money. The second most famous word for denomination association is Christian church. I could say religion, but it doesn't really automatically access itself, denominations, to religion. But within religion, it is immediately connected to, inextricably connected to Christianity. There are so many denominations of the religion of Christianity. Now, again, to define the topic, demonic define of denominations biblically. So there's a commentary I thought that was very good for us to read. I feel that you'll get a good benefit from it. It is from a ebook that I think all of you can probably go pick up. It's from a Christian organization. I don't do a lot of commentary, y'all know that, but this one I thought was pretty spot on. You know, like my guy from another Baptist organization for the Feast of Yahweh that we oftentimes study and talk about in a great favor. So I want to make sure we all catch this, get this, and sort of kind of rock with it. Okay. So let's talk about the denominations, the define of demonic define of denominations biblically. All right. One more time. I got to give you another piece to chew on here. So let's go to it real quickly. I'm going to change my screen. Y'all give me a second. Present. I get to do more screens. I just learned something today. Hallelujah. Okay, well, okay. All right. It didn't work the way I thought. Okay. Okay, hold on. Here we go. All right, let's get to the CBD reader. All right, we'll take this one and do it this way. Okay, here we go. Share this with you guys. All right, so I found this because I want y'all to get it. And it's sort of sensitive. And so I want to make sure y'all get it good. Come on, move over. Here we go. Now, this is an ebook that I own. I just haven't let you guys. It's just what it is. All right. So it's an ebook that the book is called The Complete Guide to Denominations Within Christendom. Now, I'm going to take my time with this because I want y'all to catch this and know so y'all know what a denomination is, right? When Yeshua HaMashiach, you know what? I'm going to let it read. I'm going to read this. So we don't own the rights to this. This is a publication. And you can find it on christianbook.com, LLC, just like you see it up on the board there. The book is actually called, come on, get back. Let me help you out with this. If you can see all these places, I'll come back to them in a second. It's a really good book, a really good breakdown of the book. I don't want to talk about the acknowledgments. Give me the title. Come on. I don't care about your dedications. Move on. Let's go to the title, please. To the title. Okay, here we go. The Christian Guide, the Complete Guide to Christian Denominations. All right. You can find this on christianbook.com, LLC. It is a Harvest House publisher out of Eugene, Oregon. And it is a publication of Zondervan, and I like Zondervan publications. They do use, unfortunately, the New International Version more than I prefer, but it is, in fact, you can find this in the Library of Congress as well. And I can't find the author's name to it right at present because this computer side of doing this makes it really weird. However, just to give you a quick glance, at this, the content will give you stuff like how the American Baptist churches were divided, the National Associations of Free Will Baptists. They give you every single solitary breakdown of Baptist churches, not Baptist, but Christian churches. Here you see the Brethren in Christ, Church of United Brethren in Christ, Evangelical Covenant. Do y'all see how many denominations there are? You got American Baptist, Converge, General Association of General Baptists, General Associations of Regular Baptists, National Associations of Free Will Baptists, National Baptist Convention of America, National Primitive Baptist Convention, New Testament Association of Independent Baptist Churches, North American Baptist, Primitive Baptist. Y'all, we just do way too much. Brethren of Church of Christ, Christ Church, Church of the United Brethren in Christ, Church of God, Evangelical Covenant Church, Evangelical Free Church of America, Moravian churches, Catholic churches, historical background. So then it breaks down the backgrounds of them, like the historical backgrounds, the Roman Catholic Church. Then you got Churches of Christ, the Congregational churches, their background, Episcopal and the Anglican churches, their background, religious societies or Friends of Conservative, Evangelical Friends International, Fundamentalists, Bible and conservative evangelical churches, their historical backgrounds, American evangelical Christian churches, Baptist Bible Fellowship International, Baptist Missionary, Christian and Missionary Alliance, Conservative Baptist Associations of America. You got all these things, the Wesleyan Church, the Lutheran Church, the Church of Lutheran Brethren, Evangelical Lutheran Churches, Evangelical Lutheran Synod, Lutheran Church of Missouri Synod. Then you got the missionary churches, Old Order Amish churches, Methodist churches, historical background of the African American Methodist Episcopalian churches, Christian Episcopalian churches, Congregational Methodist churches, Evangelical Church of North America, Evangelical Church. Y'all hear all the churches we got? Serbian Orthodox Church, Greek Orthodox Church, Ukrainian Orthodox Church, Pentecostal Church, Assemblies of God, Calvary Chapel, Church of God in Christ, Presbyterian, Associated Reformed Presbyterian, Cumberland Presbyterian, Evangelical, Orthodox, Presbyterian Church in America, Presbyterian Church of USA, Reformed churches. You got all these different churches. Now, why do I call this a demonic definition of these churches? Now, what they did in this particular commentary I found was very interesting, and you'll find it and should find it as something to look at as well. Many of y'all never knew y'all had so many denominations of church, did y'all? Okay. And so when you look at this, this is going to be the beginning. I'm going to read the portion of the book that's called The Beginnings of the Emergence of Christianity and the Denominations. Now, this is the first chapter of the book, and I'm probably going to streamline it right down here since I own it. I'm going to share it with you guys. You can go and purchase it if you want to. Again, pick, chew meat, throw bone away. But these are the pieces of it that I found that would be instrumental in helping you and I get through, one, a definition of demonic, two, a proper understanding of denominations and how it is demonic at core. Oh, he said it's demonic at core. Guys, what do I mean when I say demonic? Can I mean unholy? It's just unholy. That's all it is. Stop acting like ghosts and spirits and goblins is coming out of it. When you say demonic, oh, I can see people's faces, whispering in the night, going, ooh, and smoke coming at your mouth. No, it's evil. That's all it is. There's good, there's evil. When I would do good, what? Evil is always present, right? That's just all it is. Stop sensationalizing the word demonic. Now, I used it because I know y'all would get off on watching it. So listen, I mean, you would get excited about watching it. So the beginnings, the chapter 1 is the beginnings, i.e. the emergence of Christianity. The emergence of Christianity. Let me give you some history that I can vet that this gentleman wrote about. Now, again, the book is on christianbook.com. It is I think it's the origin of Christian churches. You just go back to the beginning of the program and you'll see it. So I'm going to read this directly, and then we're going to use some of the chapters in here to help you understand some things. So until this time, the followers of Jesus, I don't like this because it starts wrong. Oh, it doesn't give me what I need. That's not cool. Help me. The book doesn't come up. All right, I'll start here anyway. I don't want to have time to play technology with this. Until this time, the followers of Jesus referred to themselves as brothers. Okay, so in the beginning, and this is where I want to be at with this. I don't like this doing this to me. Why is this doing this to me? What's it doing to me? It actually isn't doing it. It's just the way it's coming out. But I know that's not what we procured. All right, so let's try this again. We're just going to go with the read, and if it sounds weird, I'll stop it. Until this time, the followers of Yeshua referred to themselves as brothers. Okay, so it's not where I wanted to be. So from the time of Messiah's death, burial, and resurrection, this is me talking to you guys right now. From the time of Yeshua's death, burial, and resurrection, you have to understand that they did not call themselves Christians. Someone else did. Okay. And I'd really like to do this better than this is coming off. But until this time of the book of Acts, chapter number 15, and Acts chapter 9:26, until this time, the followers of Jesus, okay, referred to themselves as brothers. Acts chapter 15, and also verses number 1 and 23. Now, I can't get this up here for you, but I can read it into your hearing if you guys will trust me. Do y'all trust me to read the Bible to y'all?
Oh, yes, you do.
Acts chapter 15, verse 1. Okay. They called themselves brothers. Acts 15, 1 and 23. And certain men which came down from Judea taught the brethren and said, except you be circumcised after the manner of Moshe, you cannot be saved. All right. Now 23 goes on to read, and they wrote letters. They wrote letters by them after this manner, the apostles and the elders and the brethren send you greetings unto the brethren which are of the Gentiles in Antioch and in Syria and in Sicilia. So what you got to understand is that they first were called brethren, right? More importantly, more specifically, they were called brethren of the way. So now as I have this up here sharing on the screen for you guys, it is in Acts chapter 15, you see that they're clearly considered brethren. You also see them considered brethren in Acts chapter 9, verse 26. I'll read that for you. Acts chapter 9. I'm going to read verse number 26. That's where I'm at right now. Verse 26. Verse that reads, and Saul, when he came to Jerusalem, he assuaged himself to join himself to the disciples, but they were afraid of him and believed not that he was a disciple. Barnabas took him and brought him to the apostles. They declared unto him how he had seen Adonai in the way, and he had spoken to him, and how that he had been preached. And verse 28 says, and he was with them coming in unto Jerusalem. And verse 29 says, and he spake boldly in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. He disputed against the Grecians, but they went about to slay him. Verse 30, which when the brethren knew, they brought him down to Caesarea and sent him forth to Tarsus. So they refer to themselves as the brethren of the way. Now, Acts chapter 5, verse 12 also speaks to this brethren concept over this Christian concept. Acts chapter 5, very interesting stuff. Verse 12 goes on to indicate clearly, and by the hands of the apostles were many signs and wonders wrought among the people, and they were all of one accord in Solomon's porch. Okay. And this is where they called themselves again brethren. Now, so it says that until this time, the followers of Yeshua referred to themselves as brothers. All right. They called themselves believers. They also called themselves disciples. They also called themselves saints, according to Romans chapter 8, verse 27. Now, in Antioch, they were called Christian. Okay. And I want y'all to pay attention to this. In Antioch, they were called Christian. The term is loaded with significance. Among the ancients, Ians or Ians, meaning ending, meant belonging to the party of. When you see IAN, it means belonging to the party of. Herodians belong to the party of Herod. Caesareans, EANS, belong to the party of Caesar. Are y'all reading this? Christians, IANS, belong to the Christ, right? The Christians were loyal to this Christ, just as Herodians were loyal to Herod. Caesareans were loyal to Caesar. You remember that story in Mark chapter 3, verse number 6. And I'll go there and read that for you. Mark 3, 1 through 6. And he entered again into the synagogue, and there was a man there which had a withered hand. They watched him whether he would heal him on the Sabbath day, as they might accuse him. Verse 3. And he said unto the men that had withered hands, stand forth. Verse 4. And he said unto them, it is not lawful. Is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath day, or to do evil, to save life, or to kill? But they held their peace. Verse 5. And when they had looked round about on them with anger, being grieved for the hardness of their hearts, he said unto the man, stretch forth your hand. And he stretched it out, and his hand was restored. Watch this, the whole, as the other hand was. Verse 6, and the Pharisees went forth and straightway took counsel with a group called the Herodians. So they joined with the Herodians to find a way. The Pharisees were part of the Herodians, to find a way to destroy Yeshua. Okay, so what we're talking about here in proper history is that the Herodians were a certain way. And in Mark 3, verse 6, you see that these were groups in the days of our Messiah. You can also read this in Mark chapter 12, verse 13, another incident of the Herodians. Mark 12, 13, it goes on to read, and they send unto him certain of the Pharisees and certain of the Herodians to catch him in his words. So these groups were Torah observant to some degree, at least Halakha observant, and they were Pharisaical, Herodians, Sanhedrin, okay, of the Sanhedrin, which means they were Pharisaical, they were also Sadduceical, and then you had Herodians, okay? So these people were loyal to Herod, right? And the Caesarians were loyal to Caesar. Now, in the name, when we talk about the name Christian, is noteworthy because these followers of Jesus were recognized as members of a separate group. Now, understand this. Herodians were supposed to be Torah observant, and Pharisees were supposed to be Torah observant. Now, there's a disputation as to whether or not the Sadducees were the Herodians, which was a more political arena and agenda, connecting itself to the Torah. And that's why you had the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Now, many of you don't know this history, so you need to learn to understand this history. Am I helping you guys learn something, or is this causing y'all conflict and brain freezes?
No, sir, we learning.
Absolutely learning.
Okay, so the name Christian is noteworthy because these are supposedly the followers of Jesus, and they are members of a separate Torah observant group than the Pharisees or the Herodians or the Sadducees or the scribes. Y'all get this? So they were members of a separate group. They were distinct from Judaism. Now, look at this next piece. Now, I don't like what my book just did to me. I don't like what my book did to me. Why is my book doing this to me? Why is my book I paid for doing this to me? Yeah, I'm missing an entire page here, guys. I'm sorry. I want y'all to have it, but I'm going to have to stop here. And I want it more. Let me see if I can get more. It just won't scroll right, though. Come on. I know what I got to do. Hold on. View, zoom in. View, zoom out. Okay. So what you guys are going to have to do is trust me when I'm reading this in the zoom out so I can get more of the words on the screen for you guys, but you won't be able to see it as well as I can. Okay, perfect. So this is the best we're going to do right now. I'm going to do it one more time. View, zoom out. And I think I got it. Yep, I got it. Okay, here's what I want to read to y'all. Okay, so you're going to have it very, very, very small in your screen, but I'm going to have it so I can read it to you guys. So the word Christian is used three times. Only the word Christian is used only 3 times in the New Testament. Most importantly, in the book of Acts, chapter 11, verse 26, and I'll read that for you guys. I think that's very good to note. Acts 11:26. We just read that earlier. 11:26, where it goes on to state, and When they had found him, they brought him unto Antioch, and he was passed the whole year there, assembled themselves with the church, and taught much people. And the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch. So you have the three times that the word Christian shows up in the Bible. One is Acts 11:26. Another is Acts 26:28. Someone have a question? Moderators, please. My screen. And so what we want to make sure, okay, Acts 26:28. I'm going to read that to you too, so you guys can have that. Acts 26:28. I'm going to read that because I can't switch between screens and Bibles. Acts 26:28 goes on to read this words. You only have the word Christian 3 times in your Bibles. Acts 26:28 says, and Agrippa said unto Paul, you almost persuaded me to become a Christian. Okay, that's one time, right? Now watch the next time. The last time you see the word Christian is in the book of Peter 4:16. 1 Peter 4:16. I want to go there for you so I can read it and y'all make sure y'all got it. 1 Peter 4, verse number 16. Listen to what it says. Yet if any man suffer as a quote unquote Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify on behalf of Elohim. All right, so go back to the article that we have on the screen with you guys. Again, this is the book. This is the book that's been posted both on the Facebook page as well as on the YouTube and the Clubhouse pages. So you get the book. You can pick it up on christiansbook.com, LLC. But he says the word Christian is used only 3 times in the New Testament. Most importantly, those 3 places I told you, Acts 11, Acts 26, 1 Peter 4. Acts 11:26, we are told simply and straightforwardly that the disciples were called Christians first at Antioch. This would have happened around AD 42, about a decade after Messiah died on the cross and rose from the dead, because he died 33 AD, right? Okay. Until this time, the followers of Yeshua, Jesus, referred to themselves as brothers. That's what Acts 15 told you. And then they referred to themselves as disciples. That's what Acts 9:26 tells you. They referred to themselves as believers. That's what Acts 5:12 told you. They referred to themselves as saints. You find that in Romans chapter 8, verse 27. Now, in Antioch is where they were first called Christians. The term, again, is loaded with significance. Among the ancient ions, ending meaning I-A-N or E-A-N, they mean you belong to a party. So the Herodians again belong to the Herod party. Caesarians belong to Caesar. Christians belong to Christ. And Christians were loyal to Christ, just as the Herodians were loyal to Herod and Caesarians were loyal to Caesar. You went to Mark 3 to read that. Now we're going to move on to the next paragraph, and I'm probably going to stop in this paragraph. So the name Christian, this is what I want y'all to get. The name Christian is noteworthy because these followers of Yeshua were recognized as members of a separate group. They were distinct from Judaism and from all other religions of the ancient world. Now, here's my question to the most of you so that we can get this in our heads as best we can. If you and I know that in the Greek, look at me on the screen. If you and I know that in the Greek, Christian does not come out until far later in the interpretation, they weren't calling him Christ in the days of Paul. Watch this. I want you to catch this. So 42 AD, you now see them fellowshipping. You still have Peter fellowshipping, Paul fellowshipping, and the other apostles, the disciples, the believers, the saints, the way, talking. So it wasn't until far later that they called them Christians, but would the Antioch people be calling themselves Christians if the word was not translated to Christ yet? Make it make sense. Wouldn't he have been the Messiah? It's not until the translation that you find out Messiah was now called Christ, Christo. So in Antioch, though they are in Grecian Roman Greco rule and Roman Greco spacing, they're not saying Christ yet. But because of the New Testament that you and I have, and the fact that we've read only from the New Testament to set ourselves in place for this, that's what we're dealing with. So just a little thing to think about. It's ancillary, but it's not. So would they have been calling him Christian or Messiah or Mashiach or I don't know how messianic? Just for thought. Now let's go back to the writ. Or not the writ. Let's go back to this commentary we're reading for you guys. So here we go. So the name Christian is noteworthy because the followers were recognized as members of a separate group. They were distinct from Judaism and from all other religions in that ancient world. We might loosely translate the term Christian to say those belonging to Christ. Well, again, I still got my struggle with it being called Christ at that time. So Christ ones, or perhaps Christ people, right? They are ones who follow the Christ, follow the Messiah, right? And this Messiah, Yeshua, was different from Judaism and different from all the other religions of their world, different from the Herodians and different from the Pharisees, right? Which is Judaism. Those who have studied the culture of Antioch, watch this. This is me. I'm one of those who study the culture of Antioch. I'm giving you guys this in the Reader's Digest version. Those who study the culture, this is what the gentleman is writing. It's very well stated. Those who have studied the culture of Antioch, the place, have noted that Antiochians were well known for making fun of people. They may have used the word Christian as a term of derision, an appellation of ridicule. Nevertheless, history reveals that by the 2nd century, Christians adopted the title as a badge of honor. Let me recite it again. If you know the Antiochians, they love to make fun of people. So the word Christian, I like to say, was a snide remark. It was a term of derision, a term of ridicule. Nevertheless, if you don't know the Antiochians, by the 2nd century, the people who had been called this now adopted to this title and made it a badge of honor, which you and I are a product of. They took pride in a very healthy way as Christians in following Yeshua, Jesus. They had a genuine relationship with the living and resurrected Christ, and they were utterly faithful to him, even in face of death. Now, the city of Antioch was a mixture of Jews and Gentiles, thus the snide remark. People of both backgrounds in the city also became followers of Yeshua. That's what brought these believers into unity, and that had nothing to do with their race, their culture, their language. Rather, their unity was rooted in the personal relationship each of them had with Jesus, the understanding of his life, death, burial, and resurrection. And so we labeled it Christianity. So therefore, Christianity crosses all culture and ethnic boundaries. If a Christian is one who has a personal relationship with Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, then Christianity is a movement of people who have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. This may sound simplistic, but from a biblical perspective, this is not the proper starting point. In the New Testament, the early Christians never referred to their collective movement as Christianity. Never. Even though they used the term Christian with greater frequency as the movement grew in numbers. So by the time Augustine, AD 354 to 430, the term Christianity appears to have become a widespread appellation for the Christian movement. Okay, now I'm going to cease reading from that article again, just so you guys can go back and get it should you want it. The book is one that I frequent, and I've always loved that first paragraph after the introduction. And the book, of course, is come on today. I'm coming. I'm sorry to be so slow, y'all, but I'm coming right now. Here comes. Here today. It's coming. I promise you, it's coming. Yeah, The Complete Guide to Christian Denominations. It was written by Ron Rhodes. The Complete Guide to Christian Denominations. It is very good. It's not exhaustive, but it is a very good guide, and you can work from there with what you don't have in here. But this is by Ron Rhodes. I think it's a great book for Christians to read if you have not, this ain't Sabbath worthy, but it is something that you should get yourselves involved in. I do. It's what keeps you abreast of where you are, who you're contending with, what denominations are out there, because many of y'all don't even know half those names we just mentioned. And this is why it's important to know. So why do I say the demonic define of denominations biblically? Because demonic means evil. Demonic means unholy. Demonic means unmoral. Demonic means unrighteous. Is Messiah divided? No, he's not. Now, I don't get paid for y'all ordering that book. I don't get paid. There's nothing I get. I get nothing. I pray it edifies you guys as a tool, a small ancillary tool to understanding more about the culture of how your Christian faith came along, so you can understand the culture of Yeshua in his day, what is associated to him, what is not associated to him, but what is attributed to him by those who made the association after his time, people who came in and said, well, we're going to associate him to this. That's what we're talking about. Just like this issue of demonizing demonic. And I'm not for demonic. I'm not for evil. Okay. But evil does have to exist in the world you and I live in. Right. But at the end of the day, what makes this such a significant conversation? Because the denominations of the story and the following of faith of he who is Yeshua HaMashiach is a scary thing. The denominations of him are very scary, and there should never be denominations. Is he divided? Is the Father divided? Messiah was on the earth. He says, listen, the kingdom of this world is not divided. There's not denominations of evil. There's not denominations of demonic elements, because a kingdom divided against itself can't stand. So the denominations are demonic at core because they divide. Elohim is not divided. Another element of demonic would be divorce, meaning force, to die forces. Divorce. So two forces can't work together unless they agree. And when each wants to do their own thing, you get a divorce because there's two separate forces pulling against each other. That is the epitome of a demonic activity. Now, does it sound as spooky and weird and goofy as we've made it within Christendom? No. There I go itching again. Y'all. Oh, scary Christians. God dog it. So listen, stop with all the drama. Demonic is ungodly, uncouth, unrighteous. And anything Elohim gave you was not to be divided. Whether it was marriage or the marriage of the Lamb to your soul. Denominationalism, all these different denominations, is a demonic. Watch this. Denominationalism in Christendom is demonations in Christendom. I'm going to say it again. Denominationalism within Christendom are demon nations, evil nations. Y'all gonna get this in a minute. Unholy nations within the umbrella religiously of Christianity. Y'all didn't like that? I thought that was pretty fire. That's the whole purpose why I came on broadcast today, to tell y'all that denominations are demon nations in the faith of he who hung on the cross. And there's only one nation. It's supposed to be his kingdom. And if you're not in his kingdom, then you are a part of a demon nation, i.e., denomination, which is not what's going to happen. Can a nation stand if it's divided? So we've made our own righteousness. Baptist, Methodist, Presbyterian, Lutheran, Church of God in Christ, Church of God by faith, AME, CME, UAME, First Baptist, Second Baptist, American Baptist, Congress Baptist, Lutheran, Episcopalian Lutheran, Orthodox, Ukrainian Orthodox. We all, those are, what? How does the power of Elohim work for the world? Now, if someone in one of these other denominations, born into them by ethnicity, religion, you're just born into Baptist, you're born into Methodist, and they are doing good in the name of Yeshua, do you browbeat them down and say, you're not right, you're wrong, we're the only ones right? No, you don't. You reason together in the word and let the word unite you. Only the word, watch this, the sword, the two-edged sword, can divide from your soul and that person's soul any spirit of division that came with the religious churchiosity we were born into. See, that's where we always find ourselves combating, debating with peers of the faith, colleagues of the faith. So to promote unity, I remember Yeshua was talking to someone and they said, well, they cast out spirits. And we told them and we rebuked them. Yeshua said, whoa, why are you rebuking them? If they're casting out spirits, they're doing whatever. Stop rebuking them for that. I shouldn't paraphrase this. I should find that passage for y'all in the writ. So keep in mind that denominations, separatism, that's another word, sectarianism, S-E-C-T, sectarianism is denominationalism. If you're a sectarianism, if you are in a sectarianism, you are in you're a denominationalist. And all of us, unfortunately, most of us, unfortunately, are, and it needs to stop. How do we stop it? Man doesn't live by bread alone. How do we stop it? Even Yeshua dealt with denominationalism when he met the woman at the well, when he talked about the Good Samaritan, when he talked about those that he had sent, the big ruler sent them down and they did this, that, or the other, and they killed his son, all that, right? The story of the wealthy man who left his vineyards to a husbandman, right? And then he went his way to come back and collect, and they did all that they did to it. So when you look at the woman at the well, you're dealing with Yeshua's day, a part of sectarianism, a part of denominationalism, because why? The woman at the well was a Samaritan. And remember, they keep Torah. She's looking for Messiah. In Judaism, down in Judea, where she's on the borderline of, she's like, you Jews, you don't rock with us and we don't rock with you. We see it differently. Now, we both looking for the Messiah. We both honor the Torah. I do it our way because we say in the mountain and over in the city of Dan is where we're supposed to go for the feast. You guys say that in Jerusalem is where you're supposed to go to the feast. Now, both Messiah and the woman at the well are many generations removed from the battle of the civil war between Jeroboam and Rehoboam. And this is a significant thing to understand as a believer. So what is the problem? She's in trouble, though she's trusting and waiting on Messiah to come. Now, what happens when this woman from another faith system, and Yeshua from the faith of Torah concentrated, right, fighting with the Pharisees and the Herodians and the Sadduceans in the temple? All of these denominations, y'all, nobody paid attention to that, did y'all? Y'all gonna say something to me. Please talk to me. I'm not itching no more. I think y'all learning. I don't feel the itch no more. I don't think we got scary Christians no more. That wasn't funny. I thought it was funny. All right, it's Monday. I'm gonna leave y'all alone. But keep that in mind. And I'm hoping that some pastors and leaders will pick that up and really go and study that. Did not know that you were dealing with the Samaritans. Remember, the Samaritans no longer had the Levites as the priests. Clearly, that's a denomination. They keep the Torah their way. You have the Pharisees. They're keeping it their way in the temple worship. And so the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom are keeping Torah, looking for the Messiah. And in this instance, until the Messiah actually comes and sits and talks to the woman at the well long enough to talk to her, not fight with her about, I am the Messiah. He don't fight. He just drop it like it's hot. But when she hears the real word, when she hears the Torah living speak to her, she then drops her version of, in Dan is where we should go. In the mountain is where we should go. Messiah tells her, listen, I'm the living word. You want water from me. But let me tell you something. The time has now come. I'm here. You will not have to go to the mountain any longer, and you will not have to go to Jerusalem any longer to worship the Father. They that worship the Father must now worship him in spirit and in truth. So for those of you who today, can I bring y'all up to something? For those of you who today are keeping Torah, and people are telling you, well, the Levites are no longer in the temple. The temple got destroyed in 70 AD, and then it got destroyed. And now there's a mosque on top of the Temple Mount, as we understood it from the last, Muslim and Christian war. We can't go to the temple and sacrifice anymore. So why are you Christians, so many generations removed, thinking you have the right to claim Torah and keep the feast and do these things? Because Messiah told the woman at the well, the time has now come that not in Jerusalem, nor in the mountain, nor in Dan will you be doing this worship. You'll still be doing it, but you don't have to go to those places to do it. Okay, that was a nugget I'm gonna leave y'all with. I see y'all working. Clearly, I'm bothering y'all lunch, and y'all don't want to talk to me while y'all eating y'all lunch. So I'm gonna leave that there. Maybe when you go back over it again tonight before you go to bed, take this hour and 5 minutes and go back over that. You'll see the value of that point we just made. Some of y'all gonna get that. Some of y'all gonna get that. All right, I'm gonna leave this alone. I'm gonna go on home. But did y'all see did y'all see the denominations while Messiah was alive? The Pharisees, the Herodians, the Sadducees, the scribes.
Yes.
Yes, sir. You now.
Did you see the Samaritans? The woman at the well? All of those are denominations. And Messiah came and told the woman at the well, he says, listen, I am the Messiah. I will be uniting all these things into one. I am the living word. All you guys have augmented the living word, or the word on flesh. I am the word in flesh. Here is how you do it. I didn't come to destroy it. Didn't come to do away with the prophets that propagated it. I came to show you how to live it. The hour has now come, Miss Woman at the well, that you will no longer have to go to the mountain of Dan, the mountain the Mount and/or Dan, the city of Dan, and you will not have to go down to Jerusalem to do this. Even Messiah told Peter and them, he said, listen, y'all love this temple so much, that's your problem. There will not be one stone left on the other. And there's not.
Amen.
There's not. But see, we're so far removed from what he said, we're so caught up in with what Christendom teaches because of the division within it. Always somebody trying to be right. Somebody's commentary got to be, competitive with someone else's commentary, and you got to, which are basically opinions written out. You know what I mean? So this is the thing. Let us remind ourselves that the Torah is the foundation of what we call Christendom. But many of us have put floors and covers and wall-to-wall carpet and fake tile and fake wood pieces and linoleum all over top of the foundation that we're supposed to be standing on. And we think it looks good. We think it's fashionable. Rip up all that flooring and get your feet back on the bedrock of the Torah. Lead me to that rock that is higher than I. Get your feet on the rock. All right. It's been a joy talking to you guys. I pray that you all are having fun. Again, we say happy birthday to you, Pastor Jackie. So glad that you are living in great health, looking for Yahweh to bring you greater prosperity, and this be the best birthday year ever for you. All right, Zion, I got to get going. It's been a joy and a pleasure. You have been listening to the Proceeding Word. If you ever want to be a blessing to this ministry, you know how to do that. You can simply just go on to the VWJ Ministries and make yourself a contribution. We do a lot of work here to get this gospel, this kind of teaching across the world. Some of you might not want to share this teaching today because you don't like it. It's just a fact. It's okay. Just know we can vet everything we said in the Torah, in the word, and utilize the appropriate commentaries of the books of the Bible to bring this stuff to make it make sense. Not just trying to strategize it, but it literally makes sense all by itself. Hope that you guys have enjoyed. Look forward to hearing from you again very soon. I'm trusting and praying that Yahweh will bless you and keep you in all of his ways as you give him every part of you. Operate in him, and I promise you, he'll operate for you. This is yours truly, Apostle V.W. Jones, and you've listened to the broadcast of Defining of Denominations Biblically. May Yahweh bless you, is our earnest prayer.
If you need truth, this is the place for you. Don't need to complicate it. It's best to keep it basic. Open the book, the word itself approved. He's Alpha and Omega, the answer since the early ages. What you should do is learn about the greatest. Just so you know, our door is always open. Let's study together instead of debating. Share our differences. Let love heal all that's broken.